There was a big miss, but he also scored a goal in this game. After the game, he revealed some advice he'd been given by Luis Suarez, and this is not talking about that miss in this game. This is talking about the red cards that he received against Crystal Palace. Luis Suarez told me that these things will happen in every game in the Premier League, that they'll come and find me, that they're going to bump into me, and that I need to make myself strong and not repeat my screw-up. He said, listen to an idiot like me.
Yep.
So is this just the ups and downs of being a young player as well, Ali, on the biggest stage?
Well, yes, and if you wanted a player to share his experiences with you when he comes to playing in the fringes of legality, Luis Suarez is your guy. That is the correct person to actually deliver this message and say, look, buddy, I got all sorts of experience when it comes to this. And I have all the know-how, all the do's and don'ts. So if you need any help, come to me. I'll let you know. Luis Suarez got away with a lot. And there were other things that he did not get away with. So he would be the one to ask. So if he has this direct line with Luis Suarez, if I were Darwin Nunez, I continue to take advantage.
At half-time, apparently he was a little bit down, and Andy Robertson had a word in his ear and said, you know, don't be too down. I'll send the ball in for you. You'll get a goal. Andy Robertson did say afterwards, I don't know if he understood me. But anyway, it seemed to work. He said he'll do it again. What did you make of Nunez in this game, Stevie?
I think we saw exactly what he is. He's a guy that you don't want to play against. He's got talent. He can score goals, but he's not quite the finished article. And I think that's basically what we've been talking about since the start of the season. All of those things. You know, I think the goal he scored is a classic Nunez goal. He's going to score a lot of them in his career, and that should encourage Liverpool that they should just put a ball in the box rather than try and be too intricate. You can afford, when you've got a player like him in your penalty box, to fling it in. Of course, he did miss a great opportunity, but who hasn't? And so it's just a case of getting experience and that little bit of composure that I've generally talked about. But no, I think we saw and we're seeing a guy who's talented, but not the finished article.
What do you say, Luis?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's about trying to get the confidence back, try to feel better on the field, try to understand what is his main job over there, and it's not easy. Much more now that Liverpool has been changing the formation, trying to bring a different style up front, not only with two wide players, but also bringing only two players up front, or maybe a player who is dropped back. We are talking about a player who is being used for long distances, for speed, to run to the spaces, to be free to do whatever he wants. And at the moment in Liverpool's style, you have to adapt to a system, you have to keep in your position, wait for your moment to arrive, and he needs to understand that, and he needs to be patient. And until now, we've been talking about a player who in 3 years comes from playing in Almeria for 15 million, moving to Benfica for 35 and arriving to Liverpool for 75 million. That's a big, massive change for 23 years old. We're talking from 21 to 23 in just a matter of flash, and just playing for fun, just enjoying. There is not that much pressure when you play in Benfica, and suddenly you are in the spotlight of every single one person in the world, not only in Premier League, but in Champions League, and everybody's looking at you like you are going to be the next star for Liverpool, and that's a big pressure. That's a big bargain that you got in your back. So I think that is very important that bit a bit, if you get that confidence, you forget and stop thinking about how everybody's expecting from him, and focus on, listen, I score my goals, I do my job, and the things will come well. And well, he scored 4 goals from 4 games, so I think he's in the right direction at the moment.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.